Hi, I'm Julie Swift with Foodservice Women's Alliance. Have a really special guest here with me today, Lanise Harris. And we're really wanting to honor people in our communities that are doing things in our community, particularly during Black History Month. So, Lanise, jump on and tell us a little bit about you.
Hello, thank you so much for having me, Julie. Hi, everybody. My name is Lanise Harris. I am a Florida native. I currently reside in Houston, Texas. I serve as the member engagement coordinator for Next Up, which simply means I am a volunteer and event coordinator for a nonprofit. With that, my experience is vast and wide. I've worked in hospice, where I managed the volunteer department. I have worked in the education sector doing volunteer management, and I'm always looking for ways to connect with people. That is my really strong point. So I am here today because professionally, I have found so many beautiful ways to do things that my heart is called to do. But personally, I anything that my professional life doesn't fulfill, I do it on the side. So while I am a creative at heart and I do so many different type of things, my big ticket work that I am dealing with and I have for the last 5 years is Buzzed Adult Spelling Bee. It is a spelling bee that is 4 rounds. It is very cultural. It is a representation of Black linguistics. So we're not going, while each round gets progressively harder, the first round, we are spelling all type of words and colloquial words. So ain't, um, finna, fubu, things that are very particular to Black culture. So while there is a right and wrong way to spell them, it is a fun and enthusiastic way to engage with the community that's outside of the nightlife scene. And I have been so blessed to be able to do this type of work on a personal level and gain so much insight and knowledge. And I'm just so happy to live in Houston and be a part of this community and grow and learn and really develop a sense of family in my neighborhood. I don't know if you have more questions about that, Julie, but I
I do have, do I ever have more questions about that? Because you and I spoke last week
Mhm.
and I was blown away at what you told me. You started this in a backyard with 25 people.
In 2020, um, toward the very end of 2020, people were still out, but everyone had masks. And I went to a Black-owned bookstore in Third Ward, Houston, Texas. It's a historically Black neighborhood, and it's a Black woman owned. And I walked up to her and I was like, I would like to host an event. And she's like, let's do it. What kind of event? And I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, let's do a spelling bee. And that sense of faith that she had in me, that yes, gave me such an energetic push to really create beautifully. So we worked together to create Buzz, and it started in the backyard of that bookstore, and it was about maybe 50 people. When I think about, first off, it was about 25 to 30 degrees in Houston. We had a fire pit going. Everyone had blankets. I just could not believe that many people stood outside for more than 3 hours for something that came up in my mind and we produced. So it started as something very grassroots, which it is in its essence, but it has been built into this beautiful, like, dedication to not only Black culture, but like I said, linguistics and just a good time. So we now hold it at the Eldorado Ballroom. It is the historic ballroom in Third Ward. Um, it is where if during segregation, if when Black artists would come to Houston, that is the only place in Houston that would allow these people to perform. During the pandemic, um, they did a huge push to remodel it And they got their funding, and it is a beautiful space. And that is on the first floor, that is where the bookstore resides. And on the second floor, that is where the event will happen. So, El Dorado Ballroom, it is in Third Ward, it's off of Elgin. And I'm so excited to celebrate our fifth anniversary this year.
Okay. So, wow. I love that you're having it at the El Dorado. I'm from Texas originally, so I know the story and the culture behind the El Dorado. And I think it's so cool that you've moved it into that. So, I know people are wondering right now, they're like, please let Julie ask this question, but
Okay.
why did you name it Buzzed?
So I had heard a few things about having a drunk spelling bee. There was like a little bit of like information, like what is it, like memes going around about that. And I remember thinking like that'd be kind of cool. I was like, let me see if I can make that happen. So it's a play on word, buzzed being your like a synonym for drunk or feeling good, but also buzzed because of a B. So spelling B-E-E, they do their buzz. So I love a play on words. I love to connect in that way. So I think it just worked out, and it's a beautiful opportunity. Like I said, it's all about linguistics. So it's a beautiful opportunity to celebrate both of what it is and absolutely what it's not. I try to make sure people know it is an adult spelling bee. So while spelling bees are generally something of our youth and something that people come up to me all the time, is like, I won my third grade spelling bee, or I remember the word that I got out on. I always tell people this is an adult spelling bee now. So it's less pressure and more fun.
Oh my goodness, I love that idea, and it sounds like so much fun. It's interesting how the groundswell behind this. How many
Mhm.
attendees did you have last year?
241.
241
Yes.
attendees. And you
Yes.
also had sponsors. So if someone's watching this video right now and they're like, man, this is great, we want to get on board. Tell us a little bit about how someone might, reach out to you on LinkedIn or what that sponsorship opportunity might look like.
So a sponsorship opportunity, which is greatly welcomed. It can look like a number of different things. So my LinkedIn is open. I'm constantly checking. I play Sudoku on there every single day. But I also, so if you would want to reach out to me on there, Instagram, if you want to reach out to me via email, also the people I partner with is Kindred Stories Bookstore. So Kindred Stories, KINDRED STORIESHTX.com. They are excellent. And if you put anything about spelling bee, they will know exactly um, what you're talking about. And if you say, hey, I'm interested in partnering with you and Lanise, that's fine. But my LinkedIn is Lanise Harris. Um, and I can be contacted, but we are welcoming liquor sponsorships, welcoming non-alcoholic sponsorships, also welcoming any type of sponsorship. We want to elevate the spelling bee in a way that says um, not only are we celebrating the culture that this whole event surrounds, but we want to make sure that we're giving back.
They
That
come in with a sponsorship. And you are able to put on this event at the El Dorado Ballroom because of those sponsors that you're able to fund that whole event.
Mhm.
But does part of these proceeds go to other charitable organizations?
Yes. So last year, we partnered with Third Ward Cultural District, and they sponsored our venue. So the venue sponsorship was an excellent, excellent, excellent opportunity for us to not only be in the space, but it allowed for us um, to use our funds on other things. And in that sponsorship, we not only that, but that we were able to partner with them. And so the liquor sponsorship, their caveat was to make sure that whatever the amount of ticket sales is, they wanted to match that. So, and they would give it to the Third Ward Cultural District. So There are so many ways that a sponsor can not only help a small business, but it also helps a community. It helps dreams come true, and it allows for people to connect and engage in ways that are meaningful and impactful. So if you are interested in sponsoring, please do not hesitate to reach out. And if you just have a few questions about where this is going, what this is for, how can we contribute, no matter how big or how small, I am open to the conversation because this is a very special, important project to me. And I want to make sure that I relay the message in a very accurate way so that you know how meaningful this is to me.
Wow, that sounds amazing. I love that.
That's
This has grown into something that I know you're very proud of,
yes, I'm
and
very proud.
that has really impacted the Black community there in your area. Did you have any idea it would be this successful? And what kind of encouragement would you give to someone who has an idea and they might be afraid to jump out there and do it? Like in true Lanise fashion, like how would you coach this person, or what might you say to them to encourage them to act on that sort of feeling and passion that they have deep in their heart?
Right. First, no, I had no clue it would evolve into this. Like I said, when I asked the bookstore owner, her name is Terry, I said, "Hey, I would like to host an event." And she said, "Okay." I didn't know that it would evolve into something so fun. Like, mind you, we try to host the spelling bee during Black History Month every year. People are calling January, as soon as they're off of break, so January 5th, like, hey, when are the spelling bee tickets on sale? Um, there is a certain crowd that comes and is just so happy to be present. And I'm so grateful because I have access to meeting people in Houston that I've never would have if I didn't put on this event. So I think if someone has an idea, if someone has something that they want to create, I say, like, don't be afraid to pitch it, but also don't be afraid to sharpen what it is. Like, my initial thought process for the spelling bee, and I did want it to always be a drunk spelling bee, but mine was a little more buttoned up. And the bookstore crew came and they really sharpened the image that I had of the event. And so I say that to say, allow people to come and help you see a different perspective, like to really kind of like wipe off your glasses and say, like, this is what this can be. Like, I'm taking your idea and I am catapulting it with you to make something greater. So allow people to share in your vision so that it can be even greater. And I'm so grateful for that bit of, guidance that I received because I'm so proud of what the spelling bee has become, and I know it's only going to get bigger. So I'm just waiting to like say what I need to like, or I'm not waiting. I am making sure that I am talking to who I need to talk to. I'm getting my foot in doors that I probably wouldn't be in otherwise. I'm just not afraid to do the cold calling, to do the pitching, to make the effort because I know that it's worth it because this is something so, so special. And I not only see how special it is to me, obviously, but I see how special it is to others. It's like to see the same people every single year who love to really enjoy this event. And it's yearly, so it's like people are waiting for this. They look forward to it. And I think that type of appeal, we're not finding that in a lot of event spaces these days. So if you've got the idea, like, make it happen, like actualize it, and maybe just start small and it will grow.
Ah, I love that. What great encouragement. It reminds me of a guy here in Springfield, Missouri. His name's Jeff Houghton. I'll end up tagging him in this post
Okay.
because he will love you.
Okay. Hey, Jeff.
But he made a video that he shared with me before he publicized it several years ago. He was interviewing me for an article for one of the local publications. And it's around the idea of make something where you are. And
Oh, I love
so
that.
there
Yeah.
is now a mural on the side of a building in downtown Springfield that said, make something where you are.
Oh, I love
And
that.
that's like, that is the first thing that came to mind when you were talking about this. Real quick before we go, I know in our conversation the other day, you're also talking about these clothing events that you do for HBCUs. I want you to just give us a little brief overview of that because, folks, you're seeing one little slice of Lanise here. There is just like so much she could talk about. We could do a whole video series on this
Oh,
woman and what she's done. But would you talk to folks a little bit about this HBCU clothing event that you do? Because I feel like this is something that other people could pick up and just run with immediately if they're wanting to do something.
I love that. Okay, so just a small little backstory. I used to partnered with about five of my sorority sisters. Um, we started an HBCU philanthropy business. And one way that I wanted to make sure that we network and that we met new people and we spread our name and our mission through individuals was by hosting HBCU photo shoots. And so we would encourage people to wear their favorite HBCU paraphernalia. And we called the photo shoot Young, Black, and Photogenic. And people would come out from all different schools and we just had these beautiful photographs. And so I posted one in Seattle, in Atlanta, in Baton Rouge, in Tampa. I posted them all over. And I posted one in Houston. And I am doing another one on February 21st. So I actually have on my school paraphernalia now, Florida A&M. And so this is an opportunity for people to come out and wear these really good looking clothes, come looking good, not only get a good picture of yourself, get a good picture of yourself in your school gear. So whether it's be for LinkedIn, whether it be for, just a new profile picture or just a picture in time of you in this very moment. And also come and meet new people, come and network, come and socialize. I think this is an opportunity for us to just engage with each other in a way that's not necessarily afforded to us because um, a lot of like different HBCUs when we're networking with our own alumni. So FAMU is going to have a FAMU event, and that's going to be pretty standard. We might have an event with our rival school, but that's still another Florida HBCU. But we've never had anything with TSU unless there's a Texas Southern versus FAMU game. There wouldn't be a reason for us to connect. So this is an opportunity for all of these different alumni to come together and connect in ways and meet new people. And I'm really, like I said, I'm all about people. I'm all about connection and having these photo shoots in these really nice clothes and just looking good and feeling good. It's an opportunity for us to just enjoy each other's company and start something new.
Ah, I love that. I love that. In case you can't tell, like I'm just so inspired by you.
Thank you.
You gave me chills the other day when you and I were speaking, and you've done
Oh,
it again. So thank you for using your voice and lifting your voice to encourage other women in our industry and outside of our industry to make something where they are. Reach out to Lanise if you would like to sponsor Buzzed. I'm thinking that I might be a personal sponsor of Buzz this year. So
thank you, Julie. Thank you
somebody
so
come
much.
along and match me, okay?
Oh,
But anyway, thank you for taking the time to speak with us as we celebrate Black History Month. Appreciate you very much.
thank you.